gonna turn it back on. Well, hello there, gentles and ladiesmen, and welcome to another Shrek-tastical playthrough here on the GIMP Mavericks.
Welcome back to Sniff Mavericks.
This is the Famicom Disk System. We're playing on a real Famicom with a real Famicom Disk System in a real game today. So I'm going to put my disc card into the Famicom Disk System. And we're going to load some Super Mario Twins Double.
Mikey's been anticipating this for a long time. He's done at least 10 practice playthroughs for this.
Yes. As you can see by those stars. So technically,
anybody who's ever played this game or knows anything about this game knows how flippin' unbelievably difficult this game is. And Mikey is going to beat it for all of you today without the Unlimited Lives code.
Oh my god. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, let's
I missed your whole intro, but I'll hear it in post.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, guys. You keep recording. The food just got here.
I thought you said you just ate.
I like how... I know Ethan is joking, of course, but I like how that's become a running gag now, because Alonzo did it one time.
Well, Ethan's done it multiple times.
By the way, that's a poison mushroom.
But you know, when I do it once, it's always the big thing.
Let's see,
well, it's because, I don't know. Never mind.
Shut
up and go to hell. Alright, so explain to us what you're doing, Mikey.
Okay. There's a secret guy you can get here if you can let the shell
unalive
all the guys. But the problem is that if there are two guys overlapping on the screen, when the shell hits them, it only counts as hitting one enemy. So the game tends to fuck you over that way, and... Bless you. And speaking of fucking oneself over, I've already done that. By the way, you might see a flickering line in the center of the screen. It didn't used to do that. I don't know why it's doing it now, but I cleaned the cartridge contacts thoroughly on the RAM adapter and didn't fix it, so... Please send your complaints to Alonzo Duarte at thatguywiththeglasses.com. But anyways...
Tell us about the history of this game, Mike.
Okay, so obviously...
It's Super Mario. What hasn't been said about it?
Do you know the story about this game, Alonzo? Tell me about it.
The man jumps, and he does his thing.
What is special about this game?
I can't get that mushroom up there.
Wasn't it, this was like a continuation of Super Mario 1. It was released only in Japan because of the whole...
One of these you can...
It was too difficult for the US audience. They had a playtester that went in and played it and did not enjoy it, therefore they didn't really... They released it later as the Lost Levels, right?
Yeah, as part of Super Mario All-Stars, the
And
collection.
They did Super Mario 2 as in Doki Doki Panic, which was the reskin of Mario.
Yeah, that game originally started as far as I know, Doki Doki Panic started out as a potential sequel to Mario that was going to have more vertical platforming sections in it, which is why they're...
And to be fair, it sure does.
Yes. And then somehow they got a contract from some crappy anime that nobody over here has ever heard of, and they adapted it into a game based on that.
I don't think it was an anime. I think it was a festival or something, like an event. And those four characters were the mascot of the event.
It might have been a mascot for the TV studio, actually. Fiji TV or something.
That might be it, too. Because I don't think it's based off of an anime, but you know, in Japan, they absolutely adore their... Mikey, this...
Mikey, you've a singular time. I'm so disappointed in you.
By the way, the game is muted.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Like, are you
but
fucking
yeah, Super
serious?
Mario 2,
no,
Lost Levels. It was.
Hold off.
It wasn't.
We're not doing this until we get back, Alonzo.
Oh, we're off? I thought we were going to keep this in.
Since it's Mikey, he might keep it in.
Why won't it let me pick this app? Alright.
There we go. Okay.
Alright, we're back now.
What are you talking about? We never left.
Now, Lansmatron is going to tell us...
Oh, I can still see your emulator window.
You know
No,
what,
you can't.
Ethan? Why don't you open an Italian restaurant?
My $30 haircut.
Yes.
What was that from again? Was it from Dragon Ball Z?
It was
Dragon Ball
from
GT?
some Dragon Ball movie. Alright.
I just picked up a anime tape, or Dragon Ball Z tape today, but I'll tell you about that later. Remind me about it later. Remind me about that in like part 4, alright?
Okay. Well,
I forgot already.
A special trick to this game that I just showed off is that if your coin count is double digits of something, and you match that up with the last digit of your timer when you touch the flagpole, you get an extra guy.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, and it does just sort of allude to that in the manual, because I actually took a look at the manual for some reason they call Bowser a Demon King. Like, what is it with Japan and Demon Kings? I don't understand. Like, every boss is a demon.
That's probably just how they translated it back then. Who knows?
Yeah.
It probably is translated to some word that doesn't have an exact translation in English.
It was Daimao.
It was who?
It was Daimao. That's what it said. Daimo Koopa or whatever. Ooh, okay. Almost got...
Who's the guy that played...
Listen, the Let's Play curse is strong with this one.
Yeah,
I don't want to...
See, it happens.
You might have to do that Unlimited Lives code.
Relax, everybody. It's gonna be okay. Even if I get a game over, I can continue.
See,
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay. This is going well already. Okay.
Welcome back to Sniff Mavericks.
Yeah, we're...
Alright, cut all this out.
No, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep the playthrough going. This is what they came for. This is what they signed up for.
Okay.
When we said we were gonna do this without cheating, we meant it. Okay.
Oh my god, Mikey.
Now, Alonso, let's hear something from your topic list real quick. Okay, so you gotta get all 4
I haven't
of
heard
them.
Alonzo in a while.
Alonso?
Cut!
yeah, what happened?
Oh,
God damn you.
Sorry,
Where'd
I
you
was
go?
zoning out somewhere else.
You're
He's
supposed
so
to be recording
bored
with
is
us
what
right
he's
now,
saying.
little lady. Man, person. Alright,
So
let's...
the history thing or something? I don't know. I kind of started explaining it only in spite to Ethan's, what was it? What's the fucking word I'm looking for?
Bathtub?
No. When you look down on somebody in a tone.
Patronizing?
Condescending?
Patronizing, condescending attitude at that moment, so I went off on the history of Mario 2.
You did a pretty decent job explaining it. The
Yeah,
other mascots in Japan, especially Nyango Star, who is my favorite Japanese mascot.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, they're big on the mascots now.
they've been on big on mascots forever. Since
Well, yeah, now like
the
towns have them and everything.
since the year 4 BC.
They're so big on their little mascots that there's even one for the Unverse cast.
There is.
What?
Yeah, we made a little mascot for a fanfiction segment. My sibling drew one up. I call him Mike Coon, because it's for Uncle Mike's fanfic corner.
Uncle Mike's fanfic corner.
Yeah, that's where we read terrible fanfictions for everybody.
Hi, members.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So your coins have to be the same,
Yes.
or like 22 or 44, and that has to match up with the last letter of the time, last number of the time.
Yeah, the last digit of the timer, and then you get an extra guy.
Oh, it's like
Oh.
a free life every single level.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well,
Why is this game
that's
so
only
damn
if you
hard?
can get the coins to match up, which can be difficult sometimes. And honestly, sometimes it's not worth it, especially in those levels that have like the flying cheeps that go everywhere. By the way, that's a sky blooper.
Yeah.
It's a fucking flying
What's
squid.
his deal?
Alright.
Yeah, what's his deal? What are you doing here, Blooper? There's no water here.
Hey, man. How the fuck do you get over to that? What are you doing there? You belong in the water. There's no water here. Okay, jump.
He's doing his best.
Yeah, so apparently that it's possible to just put them in any type of level. So they didn't even have to do any extra programming. They just stuck an enemy that you would normally only see underwater, and they just put the same behaviors and sprite in an overworld level.
Well, yeah, that makes sense from a programming perspective.
Yeah, because that's...
The program doesn't know that it's underwater.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, I know this because I've done some game programming myself.
I don't know. I guess I feel like that was such an odd thing to say. But yeah, how much more difficult do you think this game is than the original, Mike?
At least 3 times. Well, like, you saw how easily I blew through the first one. And part of that's because...
And here you already have one game over, and you're on the first boss.
I've never game overed on the first world in the past 10 playthroughs I did, okay? I blame the Let's Play curse and the fact that I'm kind of boiling in here, but I can't have the fan on or it'll show up in the recording.
Open the window.
I can't open the window because it's too loud, and then you guys will be able to hear like cars and stuff.
Then take your shirt off.
Take your clothes off.
Take your damn clothes off!
He doesn't have an excuse for that one. He just doesn't want to do it. This is Game Mavericks' hottest playthrough.
Yeah, but yeah, this game is much, much more difficult than the first one, but in my opinion, also much better. That's your hot take.
What's better about it? Okay. Oh, I suppose because it's for super players, and you are a super player.
Yeah, at this point,
I can tell that it comes. Yes, and it comes up with some unique situations you got to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, like, the first game is good, obviously. It's a perennial classic and all that, but it's also... Maybe it's just because I've played this game so many times at this point, because, like, I want to say it came out on the Wii Virtual Console in, like, 2008 or something, and that's where I first played it, was on the Wii Virtual Console. And obviously I didn't beat it in my first try, even with the lives code, because this game is tricky-dicky, and the TV I was playing on had horrible lag, which did not help, so... It's kind of like Goku and Piccolo with their training weights, where like you get so used to playing it, with bad lag.
That's how I actually beat Mega Man 9 for the first time on a TV with like a third of a second lag.
I just replayed that game recently, and I can't even fucking imagine playing that goddamn Twin Devil boss with lag.
Yeah, that was the hardest part.
Yeah, but this game has really creative level design in it. You know what it is like what it kind of reminds me of is, obviously, the Super Mario Maker games exist now, and people have had a chance to make their own Mario levels and in kind of easy-to-use format. And what this kind of reminds me of is, like, how creative some of those levels can end up being, where, like, they take gameplay elements that are meant to be used one way, and then they kind of twist them in a different way. Like, they take advantage of the limitations of the system to come up with some actually creative things. Whereas the first game could, as good as it was, could kind of feel like a random assortment of platforms and stuff. So, like, this game feels to be like... I don't know, it's not even every level in the game or anything, but it certainly feels like the level design is a lot more creative than the first one.
Wasn't it a lot of it was because they were having more fun with it as they were kind of basically developing? Is it like an extension to the original? They were able to have more freedom, and now they have like more of an understanding after the first game.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Yeah, I think I remember there was an interview or something that I had to look up the articles or the video again. But yeah, like that was kind of the big thing. It's more like a love letter because they're having fun with it. Here's an example of that kind of creativity.
Like, this gap is too big to jump over, so you have to locate these hidden blocks and use them to reach this pipe. That's the kind of thing that's not really in the first game at all, or even Mario 3.
Not at all. You can make just about any jump. It's not in Mario 3 either?
I mean, like, they're the fortress levels, and sometimes those, like, the one with the 6 doors, and you have to go through the 10 doors, and you have to go through the 6th one, and the other doors send you back. There's stuff like that. Some of the later fortresses and castles in the Mario 3. But speaking of Mario 3, this sound was later used in Mario 3. The skid sound.
Yeah. When I went back and watched, I was like, I wonder what's different between this and the other game. When I first found out that this is a Japanese exclusive game.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember hearing that, and I was like, oh, that's different. And all the tiles on the floor are all different, and the clouds of smiley faces. But other than that, it's like...
almost too similar in some ways. Like,
exactly.
A lot of people like to give shit to Mario Galaxy 2 for merely existing, because it's like, you can't... It's like the old Mikey adage.
You can't reuse assets, how dare you?
You can't have 2 galaxies at once. You know, that kind of thing. Like, you're allowed to have 4 Super Mario Brothers games and 4 new Super Mario Brothers games, but you can't have a second Mario Galaxy game. What the hell's wrong with you? There seems to be some of that. And I know when people say that, what they really mean is that they didn't like the second one as much. I know that. I'm just joking around for the camera. Okay. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh, I guess there's no way to get past that part without hitting the shell down there.
You probably could do it without it. I've done it, but yeah. I'm just trying to focus.
I know for a fact I've done it before.
Well, I mean, I probably have at this point, because I've played this game so many fucking times. Like, when I first beat it on that crappy TV with the delay, it must have taken me, like, 6 tries, even with the infinite 1-ups, because, like, between the lag and the fact that, obviously, I wasn't as good back then at Mario as I am now. And then it's like, once I could beat it...
Super Mario. Mikey is a Super Mario player. He's a Super Mario player.
Yeah.
Get it?
Wouldn't it be funny if Alonso had played this game?
Oh, 2 of all games?
Yeah,
2?
the second one. This game.
What's your history with Super Mario Twins, Alonso?
Didn't we go over this with Super Mario 1?
Well, I feel like the conversation naturally fizzled.
I played like a couple games, I guess.
You played the first one for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just whenever I get an emulator on my phone, it would be one of the first games I'd get all the time on there.
Yes, no.
A couple of minutes and all that.
Mikey, edit in the clip of Alonso saying, Muppet Babies!
Muppet Babies! Oh yeah, Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies! Right. Okay, so, there is an extra life over here.
That's neat.
Yeah, so you've gotta...
No, good luck fixing this one.
Yeah, so you gotta bounce off of that Koopa to reach it, unfortunately. And if you miss the timing for it, because like a lot of times what they like to do is they like to hide extra guys up at the top of these underground coin rooms. So like you'll get a mushroom and then it's like it'll go to the right and it will go off screen, so you can't get it. Or, like, there'll be a giant row of blocks like this, where there'll be, like, 9 blocks in a row, and you have to go all the way to the right to jump on it. But the flower will be on, like, one of the first few ones, so you can't go back. Because, like, when I say that this game is really similar to the first one, engine-wise, like, I mean it. Like, every weakness of the original is here, including, like, that stripe that keeps showing up. Is also in the first game, even on the NES version. So it's like, you still can't go back, even though that was a thing that was probably in other side-scrollers at this time. So I have to imagine it was probably intentional.
Why does that happen? Why, like, not being able to go backwards? Like, what's the deal? What was so difficult about that? Or is that just game programming at the time?
I don't have a good answer for you. I have not looked up programmer interviews or discussed this with people who have looked at the source code or anything. My guess is that it was an intentional...
My Uncle Charles would know.
My guess is that it was an intentional design choice. Just to, like, they wanted people to keep moving forward.
Oh, does that suck
like Meet the Robinsons?
Shut up. Yeah, is that, like, harder to... Does it pull you down harder in this version, or what?
No, it's about the same, but it's just like, it's really... Once you get that low on the screen, it's really easy to get sucked down. I mean, these fucking bloopers are really annoying. There's even more fish to dodge than before, and there's a lot more, like, open areas to get sucked down, and then you also have, like, the underwater Koopas as well, which were not in the first game. Ugh, got lucky there.